College football playoff national champion Christian Miller on Tide 100.9 and 12:30 a.m. WTBC.
And welcome into this free-for-all Friday edition of the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 12:30 WTBC. Hope you guys are doing well, ready for a good weekend. Got some good weather here in T-Town. Got some good games going on. I don't know why you have any plans to head out to softball, but you do have a regional taking place over in Rhodes Stadium, so that'll be cool. I know our guy Chase is covering some of that action over the weekend, I believe, so make sure you guys check all of his information out. And I do remember wait, hold on, CB34 something. I gotta pull it up. I'll get Chase's information right, but you guys know Chase normally behind the glass doing a really nice job covering some softball, man. I think he's found his niche, man. People really enjoy his reporting. His tweets have been blowing up, so really good stuff over there. Make sure you guys keep up with him for all that. I'll make sure I get all the details on it. I was a little behind here trying to get it pulled up, but we'll make sure I get you guys covered. CB3864, there you go. Why, we might have to get him to change his handle now. I'm not gonna lie to you. We might need to change it to like Chase Brumfield Sports or something like that. CB38
C Brumfield or something like that. Yeah.
That might be a little bit easier. My guy Chase, man, CB3864 right now. Currently, we'll work on that. We'll get him a website and everything else coming up. Anyway, you got softball this weekend. That'll be cool. Weather should be good. I know it's nice today. Hopefully, it's nice throughout the weekend. If you don't attend or you don't have a ticket, it might even be hard to get tickets, to be honest with you. I've seen people selling a couple, and it seems like, I mean, they're kind of hot commodities right now. So if you don't have you don't have a ticket to go watch it at Rhodes, and you need a place to maybe watch it, kick back, relax, you can always go hang out at R&R Cigars. Our friends over there, 2703 Gary Fitz Street, right here in Tuscaloosa. They've got a wraparound porch. The weather's great. Enjoy yourself a nice stick. They got over 160 bourbons for you. Drink responsibly. They got plenty of TVs as well. You can go watch the softball action plus some baseball action. Good weekend for all this going on. So definitely check out R&R Cigars if you're looking for a place to do that. And, of course, you can always go to their website, rnrcigars.com. You can place an order right there. If it qualifies, you get free shipping. Plus, don't forget that code Miller's Edge. It should save you about 20% or so, which is a really nice discount, man, for all of our listeners. So take advantage of that. Code Miller's Edge on their website, rnrcigars.com. Again, that's R&R Cigars, the official cigar provider of Alabama football since 2014. We got Wyatt helping out today, so you'll hear plenty from him. Of course, you guys hear him following our show here on Tide 100.9. Wyatt, now, it is the dog days of summer. We all know that. But listen, you got to cover, I guess, the biggest news. I don't know if you're a big Drake fan. Drake's album just dropped.
It sure did. 3 of them.
Yeah,
three of them dropped.
Yeah, not one, but 3. Now, I haven't listened to them.
Not one.
Yeah.
Not 2.
But 3, which is kind of crazy because I saw somebody say basically all 3 of his albums are going to be competing with each other for like the top spot, the top album, which kind of like on one end, it's like, man, that's crazy. That's big time. But then you're like, but doesn't that take away from, like, if you just had one, like some of the sales or the numbers, maybe not, maybe since it's, I guess if they're listening to one, you might as well check out all 3. I know we're a sports talk show, but again, dog days of summer, I feel like it's pretty big news. It's been all over the place. Would not be shocked if you see some of those songs used for highlight tapes. Listen, summer's coming up. We're going to see the summer workout videos. I guarantee you, I'm willing to put some, I wish maybe we should play a bet or a friendly wager. You will see a highlight video from Alabama football this summer with a Drake song, like on the video. Who wants to make a wager? Why is Norris in there? Is that who I heard?
Yeah, Norris is hanging out with us here.
Anybody want to make a friendly wager? I'm almost positive that you will see Alabama football, or at least some football program.
Is this a team-made edit or like a fan-made edit? Because I don't know if the team would put one out with it.
Oh, but I would say both. Without a doubt, the team is going to use one. Come on now. Like, there's Walt, I think he does the I guess the creative stuff. I mean, they listen, they know recruits are going to watch this stuff. You want to be like in the now, right? You want to show that. Look at Coach DeBoer, for example. You think his ass would casually just go buy some Cactus Jack inspired, Nikes? Hell no. No offense to him. I mean, listen, I'm not saying he can't dress or he doesn't have style. I mean,
bro, we were out there at pro day. We were out there at pro day in April, and he's sitting there talking about his shoes with some of the people that were out there.
There you go. My point. Exactly. You just proved my point. Exactly. Like, with all due respect, I mean, Coach DeBoer ain't going to just casually go get in, and they're custom made, I'm pretty sure. Because, I mean, Travis Scott shoes are number one. If you guys don't know, Travis Scott shoes are very expensive and they're very hard to come by. And the big thing about them is they have like the backwards Nike check on them. That's how you know that's their staple, right? Inspired by Cactus Jack, Travis Scott, another artist. Since we're speaking of artists, that said, that's a common thing. You know, coaches, schools, they want to impress recruits, right? They want to be, you know, on the latest trends, all that stuff. My point is, I guarantee, and I'm willing to make a friendly wager. Now, I'm not a big betting guy. Now, if you guys do that, make sure you guys do it responsibly. But I can almost guarantee that, we will hear one of Drake's new songs in one of the highlight videos. I don't know what the wager will be. I don't know if Norris wants to get in on it, Wyatt, whoever. Looks like Bob's in the background as well. Maybe he can even bet on this. I think he plays a good bit of blackjack himself. Any of you guys want to, we can make a friendly rate wager. It doesn't have to be money. I know betting's illegal in Alabama. I'm not trying to get us in trouble on the radio. Could be for lunch or something, but I'm willing to bet Drake will be on a highlight video. Even if it's a summer workout video, because you know they do that too. Like they're running 110s, or I'm telling you, watch. It's going to happen. I know it. Let's see.
Who's going to be the first one to use it though? Like set the precedent. Who's going to be first up?
I mean, listen. With Walt doing the creative stuff. I mean, didn't he come from like he was like working with artists and stuff. So I feel like he's pretty hip to a lot of this. I mean, I really think Alabama's going to end up doing it. I mean, but I could see anybody really using it, but that's how it happens, right? I mean, like they want to use the latest music because the recruits are going to vibe with it. We already talked about Coach DeBoer with the Cactus Jack inspired shoes. Now I'm trying to figure out where he got those at. I mean, are they like officially custom from Nike, or did somebody custom make those for him? Norris, do you have an answer?
I mean, I try to get Cactus Jack, of course. I'm a college student. I can't afford that. But but I'm just saying, like, they sell them all on the internet. Like, StockX has them. Then I be seeing them on TikTok Shop a lot because...
Oh, well, hold on now. The TikTok Shop Cactus Jacks those might be Factus hacks. There's no way those are...
Oh, no, I checked. It's legit.
Okay, well, I might have to go look at that because if you can find...
Depending on what brand you get them from. Depending on what brand.
Okay, but here's the thing, Norris. I don't know if you've seen Coach DeBoer's, but his are like Alabama inspired. Like these are like one of one. So I'm almost wondering if these are like a truly custom made shoe. I'll pull up a picture during the break and let you guys see. They're sweet. Don't get me wrong. They're sweet.
Well, it must be nice because I want me a pair of Cactus Jacks and I can't get them right now.
Hey, well, you keep working hard in that studio back there, and then maybe
I'm gonna get that.
We'll see if we can work something out, man. Shout out to Norris, man. He's helping out behind the scenes.
I can't afford those. I'm gonna get 2.5 years.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Cactus Jack, Travis Scott's are they're not cheap at all. But I don't know. Maybe we can find something. We'll find us a sponsor. How about that? We'll find us a sponsor to give us some Travis Scott shoes, and we'll promote them. I'm telling you right now, I think his are custom made because there's no way, and I don't even think there's no way Travis Scott said, "Hey, I'm going to make some specific Alabama ones." If he did, those are fire, and I would love a pair. But I don't know. Maybe we'll do some research on that. Didn't even realize we have a bunch of people hanging out in the chat. I'm going to get to you guys because we got to take a break. When we come back, we keep on rolling. It's a free-for-all Friday, as you can tell, right? So we can go anywhere and everywhere. A couple of things that I might piggyback on. I know there's been a lot of talk about the schedule change, not schedule change, but playoff expansions. I know we've talked a lot about that, but one of my dad's, I guess, arch nemesis, right? It's actually one of his former teammates, Danny Cannell. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. He's a huge Alabama fan. He's always talking great about Alabama. Well, he's been chiming in. That's clearly sarcasm. I see Wyatt's face. Guys, if you can't see me, I'm kidding. Danny Cannell, it's like Alabama's biggest hater. My dad honestly has like this vendetta against. I don't know what happened in that locker room with the Giants, but my dad can't stand the guy. Anyway, he's trying to prove a point, and I don't know if you guys have seen this. We'll talk about it when we come back. About he's basically going against the expanded playoffs won't water down or I guess affect the competition of the games during the regular season. And he just so happened to use the Alabama team from my senior campaign, the 2018 team. He used us as an example and pulled up our record and all this. And a little bit of a backhanded compliment, not even a compliment. He kind of was, I don't know. I'll read his tweet and we'll discuss it. We'll start there and we'll see where this free-for-all Friday takes us. Right here on the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. Quick timeout. We'll be right back. All right, let's see what we got in here. What's up, chat? Who's all in here? Jake, what's up? Happy Friday. Latoya is in here. We got Ramon. Is it? Yeah, no, that's an E at the end. So it's Ramon. I just want to make sure I got the pronunciation right. We'll go with Ramon. If it's Raymond, correct me, and I'll make sure we get it right. 3 albums, all 43 songs. Dang, I didn't even realize it's 43 songs. I'll be honest, guys. I've heard like some snippets of a few of them, but maybe well, no, we can't pull that up on the stream, unfortunately. Actually, you know what? I think I saw that he's allowing people to react to his music. So maybe we could let it roll a little bit, not to worry about getting in trouble for that. We got Lisa Rawls in here. Be well today, all. Great show here to listen to, and women's softball attorney game in a bit. Roll Tide, roll. Thank you so much. Always good to have you in here hanging out with us. And absolutely, yeah, I'm excited for softball. They've got USC Upstate, one of the schools from back where I'm from, South Carolina. They got a Louisiana school. Can't remember which one. I know Chase mentioned it and somebody else. So, yeah, and we got some good weather, man. Softball is a great – if you guys haven't – I always say this, but if you guys haven't really gotten into softball yet, now is a good time. You got regional play. Our team is doing really good. Definitely should check them out. I'm telling you, if you haven't gotten into softball, you probably will once you check out a few games, man. It's very entertaining. Quick pace. I like it. I like it a lot. Dan says he's a sneakerhead too, though. Wait, Coach DeBoer's a sneakerhead? I don't know about that. I don't know. Not why it's not in his head. Yes, and so is Norris. Is he really? First of all, what's the definition of a sneakerhead? Because I've only seen him wear these same Travis Scott shoes. So let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I told you. Look what Wyatt just sent me. I told you. They're already, look, an hour ago. Iceman times Alabama football. Dude, give me my money. Who did I bet? What did I bet? And who did I bet? Pay up. Pay my money up. That's the quickest money I've ever made in my life, probably. Somebody owes me some lunch. Somebody in the chat, Wyatt Norris. Wyatt's got some Chick-fil-A. I will gladly take a Chick-fil-A second. I'm reading his thing he typed seconds. I will gladly take a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Listen, I'm putting on the stream right now. See, man, listen. I know what I know. I know what was his name? Preston Adelman. Does he work in creative? Wait, is that the one I know? One of those guys has worked there since I was in school. Wait, let me see. Is that him? Hold on. Wait, Preston. No, that's the one that records Ryan Williams' podcast stuff, if I'm not mistaken. And we got to get to a phone call. This is going to be, if you guys are just tuning in, you're wondering what the hell is going on. It's a free for all Friday, by the way. Everything's just kind of fair game. So, yeah. See, if he's already, let me go ahead and share this. See, I'm telling you guys, come on, man. You guys got to have faith in me. Look at that. Now, I don't know what's up with the Beavis and Butthead meme to the side, but there's that. All right, here we go. And welcome back into this free-for-all Friday edition of the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. For all of our listeners who decided to take me on that wager about the whole using Drake. Now, I'm jumping the gun here because there's not a soundtrack being played to a highlight tape, which that was kind of the wager. But one of Alabama's, assistants or people that work in their creative happened to post a photo, which you guys can see on the stream here. Again, you can check us out. We're live on YouTube and on X as we do our show, and on the Tide 100.9 Facebook page daily at the Miller's Edge on all of the platforms. You see, you got an Alabama glove, someone wearing an Alabama glove, doing the Drake, I guess, OVO symbol, throwing it up, or what? I get whatever. You get the point. And it says Iceman times Alabama football. So clearly they're hinting at something's coming. So I told it, like, literally this is, and now to be fair,
it's the album cover is what it is.
Exactly. There you go. It's just with the Alabama football glove, which is dope. Now I will be clear. This was tweeted before I made the comment about like the bet. However, I promise to God I did not see this. I just know what I know. And when you have a big artist drop a big album, schools are going to, not even the schools. Matter of fact, why you're a big NFL fan. How about the schedule releases? You get what I'm saying? Like nowadays, sports, first of all, not even the sports. At the end of the day, listen, we're a radio show, right? But what do we do every day? We stream. Everything is about, expanding a platform, having more reach, getting more clicks. Granted, we don't do a bunch of just clickbait stuff, but you get the point. So you see sports and everybody. Schedule releases used to just be, hey, we're just going to release the document here that shows our schedule. And now it's like, all right, you got the Texans. They have Brian Cushing slamming the helmet into his face, and he's just bleeding profusely by the end of the release. That one was kind of interesting. Let's talk about this real quick, guys. Why yours was the Packers. I don't know if I saw the Packers. The Panthers, we had a pretty interesting one. We were just blowing stuff up. I mean, they just were, we play the Lions. All right, let's get a stuffed animal lion. Let's strap some TNT to them, but just blow them up. Kind of looked fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, who doesn't like watching stuff get blown up? I mean, I think, whoa, okay. Well, depending on the context there. But anyway, so that was fun, right? That was cool. I'm trying to think of who else. Who else had somebody went with like just paint. They were just
the Jets.
And I know people hated it because everything is, you got the Simpsons, you got the Raiders, with Kirk Cousins and Fernando Mendoza. I mean, like you get people going all out and being very creative. The paint one was actually very soothing though. It was kind of like ASMR. And I was like, you know what? People are hating on this, but you know what? It's different. It's a little bit more just soft, calm, just, hey, here's the schedule. What was y'all's Wyatt with the Packers? Did y'all do?
They did like a Robot Chicken type of remake with Jordan Love, Micah Parsons, and Tucker Kraft.
What was the Eagles when they just were sitting at the table opening envelopes? Like, was
it was. Yeah, basically they were just sitting at the table opening envelopes. I know they had Jalen Hurts and Jahad Campbell doing it. I think the other guy was Jordan Davis.
Yeah, they did. And then the tackle Mao, he's the rugby guy.
Yeah,
and then Barkley.
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so it was actually funny because they were talking about, all their opponents, and they played Pittsburgh this year. So Jahad goes, hey, ain't they still got A-Rod at QB? And Jalen Hurts just goes, we'll see.
Well, I mean, I guess, I'm assuming A-Rod's going to be back with Pittsburgh. That's kind of where it seems like it's trending. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other ones that really stood out. I don't know who y'all's favorite NFL teams are. I mean, I would imagine this region, probably some Falcons. The Falcons, that one was pretty entertaining. I don't know if you got to see the Falcons one. I think it was copying The Office. Is that who they were mimicking there or mocking?
It was. You remember the old ESPN style commercial that was like they're in the office, but there's like something sports related going on. It's like, this is Sports Center. It was kind of similar to that.
No, you're right.
And then they had Matt Ryan yelling, "Get blank instead," because of the hot mic he got caught on a few years ago.
No, that one was. You're right. That is what they were going for. At first, I was thinking like The Office, like the TV show. But you're 100% right. That was more like the old ESPN commercials with the little skits where they had like the Falcon mascot in it too. It was good. That one was cool. Saints fans, I know we probably have a bunch of those. What did the Saints do? Did you see that one?
I did not.
I don't think I did either.
I just don't like the Saints in general.
Well, maybe. Wait, why don't you like the Saints? Wait, Packers Saints? There's something there? Or?
No, just a buddy of mine is a Saints fan, but he's kind of a ass whenever it comes to the New Orleans Saints, and so
well,
I always enjoy when the Saints struggle a little bit, just because he's, it's fun to poke fun at him.
Fair enough.
But so he and I actually, very, very quick story. He and I were going to go to the Packers Saints game when they opened the season back when the hurricane hit New Orleans. I guess that was the first year Jameis was there. And so they moved the game to Jacksonville. Well, I ended up not being able to go because of the location switch, and they spanked us like 38-3, basically, like the Rose Bowl spanking. And so he's kind of held that over me ever since. So we play him again this year, and hopefully we can get some revenge.
Well, it sounds like you definitely are holding a grudge with that one, man. But I mean, fair enough. I mean, that you got to get some get back on them. But
I don't like the Panthers after they beat us last year.
Hold on, I mean, you can't be mad at everybody that beat you guys. I mean, dang, it's going to happen. Speaking of the Panthers, this is the Saints' I guess their schedule release. It looks like they're calling us the Sad Cats.
Through the Panther defense. Now, a huge heat dome is plaguing the Atlanta Falcons. They are feeling fried after an 8-season losing streak. The area.
So, okay, I guess they're doing like a newscast thing. Not bad. Probably give it a 6. Granted, we just watched like 10 seconds of it, if that. But I don't know. Did you have a favorite one, Wyatt? I know we were just talking schedule release. So we're gonna get to these phone calls. I'm trying to. Is there one I'm missing that was just like really? Like I know that everybody liked the Raiders one. That one.
The Raiders one was one of my favorites. I really like the Chargers because they were one of like 2 teams that actually poked fun at Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel because they played the Patriots this year.
Did they really?
They did. So they were doing kind of like a Call of Duty type schedule release video. And then you know how when you were on the old Xbox Live, the little chats would pop up in the bottom right corner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as they were announcing, like, "Hey, we're playing the Patriots," in the bottom right corner, it popped up and said, "You have one new message from the New York Post." When the Patriots logo came up.
Okay. Yeah. Well. I mean,
it was tasteful, but still made fun of them for it, which I think was, a lot of teams had to kind of walk that line.
Here's my thing. I mean, I get that's definitely it might be a little too soon. That's definitely a personal thing going on. But I mean,
NFL said they weren't going to limit what teams were going to do with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the NFL came out and said, "Hey, we're not like monitoring this or whatever. Like, it is what it is. If they poke fun at you, don't cheat on your spouse with a reporter." I don't know.
That's why I didn't want to sound insensitive, but it's almost like, I mean, when you're going out your way, you make those decisions, right? I hate to say it, it's just kind of, I wouldn't call it just fair game, but I guess that's kind of like, I don't know, that comes with it. I don't know. I'm just kind of shocked that he didn't really get any, like, I don't know, disciplinary action from any of that. I mean,
he missed a day of the draft and then bought his. So this is funny. He bought his wife a blue hoodie as like a "I'm sorry" present. Better been the nicest hoodie ever, by the way, if that were the case.
A blue hoodie.
Yes, but somebody had like that Titans like light blue color. Somebody had gone out and found a picture of Diana Rossini wearing what appears to be the same exact hoodie from like 3 years ago.
That's got to be AI. There's no way. There's no way he's that dumb. There's no way he's that dumb. There's no. We're just going to pray that was AI. We're going to pray that was AI. I mean, there's no way this dude. I hate to call somebody dumb, but that is just dumb. I mean, okay, man, we got to hit a timeout. I mean, what the people are just. Wow. That's crazy. Anyway, if you guys have a favorite schedule release, let us know. Drop in the chat. I'm curious. I thought they were pretty good this year. They're getting more and more creative. I don't know where we go from here. I mean, I feel like they're just going to keep getting crazier and crazier. I mean, blowing stuff up with the Panthers was pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't know. They might get even, I don't know, wild. We'll see. But we got to hit time out. We come back. We'll keep on rolling. We got some phone calls to get to. We'll keep on working on this free-for-all Friday edition of the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230, WTBC.
What does it mean to
Drake's bad luck? Is he? Yeah, that's true. That's if he's wearing. Yeah, you're right. If he is wearing Alabama stuff, that is a little bit of a concern. But I think if we use his music, I think we're in the clear. But that's a fair point. Let's see. Patriots just yelled theirs on a roller coaster. I didn't see theirs. Yeah, that's right. It was ESPN. This is football. I like the Falcons one. That was cool. The Lions. What did they do? Wait, the Lions. Did I see that one? Terrell, what's up, man? Welcome in. You didn't miss anything, man. We're just shooting the stuff, hanging out, man. We're talking NFL schedule release videos. We're gonna get to some phone calls here in a minute. We'll throw some interesting, I guess, questions at you in here in a second. This is a free for all Friday, man. We're just hanging out, having fun as we get you guys ready for the weekend. Drake was photographed in Alabama hoodie the week of the Clemson Natty with the pig play. Oh, damn. Did he give us? Did we get Drake cursed in 2016? Did we really? Hold on. I got to look this up. Hold on, man. Did we really get hit with the Drake curse in 2016? Drake, Alabama, 2016. Hold on, man. No, not Kenyon Drake. Hold on, wait. We need OVO Drake. Would it be maybe 17 because you play in January? I don't know. I don't see it, man. Damn, we might have got hit with the Drake curse and didn't even know it. Like 9 games will be played overseas. Yeah, NFL, man, they're really expanding with the whole overseas stuff, without a doubt, which is cool. I mean, I got the chance to play over in London, and I've talked about that's January of 19, so before the blowout. Wait, no, the blowout was – hold on. The blowout was 18. That was or wait, no, was that technically 2019? Wait, you're right. Damn, we got Drake cursed that year, my last year. Hold on, wait. No. Did we really get Drake cursed? Oh man, hold on, man. Dang, yeah, we did that. That was technically, yeah, you're right. Wait, hold on. I don't even. Oh wait, hold on. Oh man. Guys, I think we did get Drake cursed, man. This is from TMZ. Hold on. Wyatt told me about it, but wait. Hold on. Damn. We got Drake curse. Chat, we got the Drake curse. Wow.
Look, I'm gonna let you know. All that resolution stuff is great. All that mental talk to yourself is great. But what you got to do on the first, you got to get up, you got to go actually do it. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. So I linked with my man, and we're in here getting it done.
Who is he with?
You know what time it is?
2019.
January 1st. The first opportunity to do all those things you told yourself you were going to do. Go.
Damn. We got Drake curse, chat. And welcome back into this free-for-all Friday edition of the Miller's Edge. Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. Speaking of Drake, going back to the first segment, Wyatt just informed me. So my senior year, right, when we played Clemson, we got our butts whooped out in San Fran. I was the first one to say we got our butts whooped. The team was a bit distracted out there. There's agents hovering around, hotels, all types of stops and shops that you could stop into out there where things were legal out there that weren't legal here that I'm sure people probably were getting their hands on. And, yeah, I thought that was why we lost. And we just got our ass whooped. Come to find out why I just shared we got Drake cursed. So you know what? Like on one hand, it's like I'm not making an excuse, but I'm pretty sure Drake's curse is legit. Like, I mean, it's almost 100%. I mean, would you not agree? Why? I'm trying to think of a time where he hasn't supported a team like in a serious moment, whether it's championship, playoff situation, and they did not. They in fact won. I don't know if I can think of anybody.
No, I'm pretty sure that thing's like batting 1,000 at this point because he was supporting. I know recently it was like the Blue Jays when they lost to the Dodgers. Obviously, Alabama in 2019. I think he was an NFL affiliate to a team that lost in the Super Bowl as well.
There's one that I can say that he actually they were successful, and that was when Toronto won the NBA championship. Toronto won the NBA Finals with Kawhi Leonard and
was he repping Toronto that year?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he was on. Or
well,
was he? Or wait, don't they have beef with? No.
No, I think he's no. I know he's from there, but I didn't think he was repping Toronto that year because I've seen him on like courtside for Golden State.
Well, he's all over the place. Remember, because he was cool LeBron at one point. Now they got beef. LeBron was bumping Kendrick Lamar, and now the thing there's a little bit of tension there. Who knows? I mean, I know he's worn Kentucky gear. He's worn Alabama gear. What you got, Norris?
I can't listen to Drake the same no more. Actually, I ain't even listen to his new album.
Well, yeah. Maybe we need to boycott his album. Now that I know that he cursed my last college football game ever. I had no idea about this, and that's like a team issued hoodie. I have that hoodie. How did he get that hoodie? Why does he have that hoodie? He has no relation to us. Who gave him that? Maybe we need to call Jeff Springer, who's the equipment manager. Did we send him that? I mean, granted, you could just probably go to Nike's website, but I'm telling you, I have that hoodie. That's team issue. It's a nice hoodie. Still wear it sometimes. Anyway, all right, we got Drake cursed. That's great.
Y'all got cursed, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, we'll go with that because I mean, people are even comparing it to like the Indiana game this past year. Personally, I don't care what you guys say. It's not the same. Not the same. I'm not making excuses. I just don't think it's the same. I need to go back and watch the game, to be honest with you. I don't even remember the exact sequence of how the game went. I just know Tua had a couple of interceptions. One of our corners was
it was close pre-halftime.
Somewhat. I just Justin Ross.
It was like 16-14 pre-halftime.
Was it? I mean, I'll be honest with you. Since I didn't play, I don't even remember a whole bunch. Like I was supporting my guys on the sidelines, but
that's the one of two games where I just sat there dumbfounded for like an hour and a half afterwards. Like, really? They got like no offense.
What was it? Like, at the
time, I was a fan. At the time, I was a fan. So I was like, really? They got smoked that bad in a national championship?
Well, listen, but
no offense again.
There's no offense taken. You're 100% right. There's no denying it. We got smoked. Matter of fact, speaking of the whole Danny Cannell thing, and I promise we're going to go to the phone lines because I know we got who was up first? I missed his name already. Is it Josh? We got Josh from Georgia. Josh, I'm coming to you. Give me 2 seconds. Here's that. This was our schedule that year, or I guess our record. I mean, look at those scores. Because Danny Cannell was using this to basically say, oh, when was the regular season special? It couldn't have been that special when you're blowing teams out like that. But I think the point that he's missing is we couldn't help that we were just a damn good football team. Like, we played number 3 ranked LSU in the regular season. We shut them out at home. We gave them a goose egg. They're a good football team. They're a top 3 team. Mississippi State was ranked 16th at the time. Goose egg. And get this, of course, the first team to score on us in the month of November. We played a top 3 LSU team, a top 16 Mississippi State team. The first team to score on us in the month of November was the dang Citadel. Listen, and I love our troops. Thank you to all the men and women of our country. I know they're not like they're like a military school, a little bit different, but still, no disrespect to that branch. But I can't stand those guys, man. When they scored, I think it was a field goal was like the first. When I tell you they act like they won the Super Bowl, and the craziest thing was they knew that statistic. I didn't even know that was a thing until I'm hearing them cheer about it. I'm like, are these dudes cheering because they just kicked a field goal and they just said, well, we just scored on them. They were the first team to score. I'm like, hold on, what did he just say? I'm like, oh, hell. Now these guys are going to tell their kids for the rest of their life. You remember back in 2018, we were the first team to score on Alabama in the month of November. Something LSU couldn't do at home. These guys came to Tuscaloosa and did that. You know what? So I'll give them credit. I need to give them credit.
Hey, man, it was 10-10 at halftime of that game.
Was it really?
y'all were tied with the Citadel at halftime of that game.
Again, these aren't excuses. I'm just telling you what would happen, man. That whole week, everybody was checked out because the whole the game prep for us defensively, they just had the scout team cutting us 24/7. We were like, man, what is this crap, man? Like they just all they did was
they did.
And that's what they did. They cut us and they ran this wing team. What was crazy was my high school offense ran that offense. Matter of fact, I had 2 high school teammates on the Citadel. Citadel's back home in South Carolina. So I'm like, man, I'm about to play Jordan. What's his last name? Jordan. I forgot his last name, but or Jalen. No, Jordan is his younger brother in Jalen. I think Jordan also was playing. But matter of fact, I think both brothers on the team. But I'm about to play these fools, man. I hadn't seen these dudes in 5 years, man. I'm like, here they come with the Citadel with this wing, same offense we ran in high school. I'm like, take this Spring Valley BS back to South Carolina. What is this doing in Tuscaloosa? I came here to get away from this crap. So I'm thinking I'm about to just basically be in high school again. And sure enough, I was, man, going against offensive linemen who were 6'1", 280 pounds and just like biting our ankles. And then the running back is like tackling me. He's like grabbing my ankles. He's not even biting. He's tackling. He's grabbing my ankles and tackling me to the point where I'm like, is the ref going to call this? Like, this is holding. This is worse than holding. Like, people hold your shoulder pads is one thing. This guy's like rope tying me at my ankles. I can't do anything. And sure enough, you're right, man. They actually came in there and they sent a message that first half. But best believe when I tell you that second half, when I tell you we got chewed out at halftime, oh my God, man. Dude, Coach Saban was so mad. And I can't even be mad at him. I mean, it was a bad performance. And his biggest thing was like never play to the level of your competition. We clearly did that first half. Second half was a different story. People were a little ticked off. But anyway, man. That story, that game always gets brought up, man. Always gets brought up. I hate that game, and it somehow gets brought up. We're going to get back to this Danny Cannell thing, but let me go to the phone lines because I know Josh is waiting on there. 205-342-9904. We got Josh up first. Josh, welcome in.
What's happening, Christian? How are we doing today?
Man, I'm good, man. Can't complain. How's everything, Josh?
It's good. It's good. I got to leave work early today. That's always a good thing. And then I'm fixing to be headed to the great state of Alabama for the weekend.
There you go. You going to softball or you got anything planned?
No, I'm going to go see my girlfriend, and we got some different things going on church-related throughout the weekend. And
Amen.
Different things. So, but two things. First of all, I want to go back to y'all commented on Coach shoes. I saw those at the Senior Bowl. Them things are clean. Crimson and white with the houndstooth and the trim. Ooh, them things are clean. If they could get ordered, trust me, I'd order a set.
I'm sure you would. I think a lot of people
I'm
would,
Alabama
man.
dressed to the core. I'm Alabama dressed to the core half the time. Shirt, watch, hat, shoes.
Man, well, listen, you
people
better
like,
than me because
you go to school?
Go ahead.
No, people ask me, did you go to Alabama? No, I just look like it. I'm a super fan. What can I say?
Well, listen, man, I don't know what size shoe you wear, but they issued us a pair of shoes one year. It's a custom pair of Alabama Air Force Ones. They were like crimson red.
Ooh.
The accents were white. They had the Alabama A on the back.
Wow.
I think Nike thought that we're like, oh man, these guys are going to love these. When I tell you everybody got these shoes and we're like, man, what in the world are these? Because it's like, dude, like they're so Alabama that is like these you couldn't wear these unless you were just like really going all out. And so, you know what, man, if I can find them, because I'll tell you, I have not worn those things. They're in my store. Yeah. What size shoe you wear, Josh?
10.5 in dress shoe, but 11 in a sneaker.
Oh man, it ain't gonna work. I mean, I was about to say they're 13. You might have stuffed a sock
probably,
in there.
I was gonna say you're probably 12.5.
Yeah, so. I'm a 13. That probably wouldn't work. But man, hey, listen, if one of my other teammates, man, has a pair of them that he's sitting around in 11, I'll definitely tell him. I know somebody that would gladly wear them. Right. I'll be honest, they were not very popular with the football team, man. They're just they're a little much, but maybe we'll get you a pair.
And then second thing I want to bring up, Danny Cannell can shut his thigh hole. I'll take him home. I'll take him on in an argument any day of the week about Alabama. He can shut his thigh hole. Because that 2018 team, I know the last time I had actually called you, we had brought up that Oklahoma game, and I said something about Quentin Williams, your teammate. I have been watching that game over the last couple of days, and it's like third play of the game. The defense is on the field. Number 47, Christian Miller's in the backfield before Kyler Murray knew what hit him.
Oh, yeah, that was
and I had forgotten. Yeah. I've been rewatching some of those old games, and that defense that year, besides the offense, that team was just nasty. And then I say we because I pull for Alabama so hard. We ended up going to Santa Clara and getting our butt kicked. That was terrible because if you play that game 2 out of 3 times, I think y'all had brought that up last week, playing a 2 out of 3 in football series. If y'all play that game 2 out of 3 times, I don't think Trevor wants none of y'all the second time around. I think y'all eat his lunch.
No, I agree, and I give them credit where it's due. I mean, they beat us. I mean, they played a great game, but there's no denying. We did not show up ready to play. That was not like you just said. If we play them, 3 times, it might be a close one, but I'm just telling you, we that would not have happened. That really was us showing up. A lot of guys already checked out, and I know you're like, why would you check out for a championship game? But when you look, and I got this pulled up on the screen. I mean, when you're looking what we were doing to teams, I mean, you're talking about 51-14 to open it up. Yeah, 57-7, 62-7 against Ole Miss. 45-23 Texas A&M. I mean, like, again, I talked about going to LSU, shutting them out we just were rolling over teams, man. And unfortunately, it's one of the hardest things when you're trying to make sure everybody is still locked in. And I always tell this. I mean, this is true. We had a lot of motivation before we played Oklahoma because people were basically doubting our defense. They're saying, "Oh, Kyler Murray." They said
Kyler Murray's going to have a field day. Yeah,
right. And so everybody was amped up for that. And then we go steamroll those guys. Now the second half, Oklahoma did come back and make some good plays.
They did come back, make it close. Yeah.
Yeah, but we saw how that game went, and I'm just telling the mindset of that team, man. I was trying so hard to say, like really just keep everybody remember we got 1 week left. Forget everything else.
Right.
But it just I think it found that complacency kind of caught up to us, unfortunately, man.
Yeah. Yeah, because that team was multi-talented. There was a lot of talent on that team. And to think and see, watch where a bunch of you guys went during your pro days and the ones that are still playing. I mean, just how much talent come off of that. I would dare say 16, 17, and 18 squad because a lot of those guys stayed around for most of those years. And even the couple that stayed around, because Devontae, he was on that team. He stayed through his senior year in 2020 and won another championship. So he's, 2 national titles. I was going to say 3, but no, 2 national titles because of that unfortunate one in California. But to think and see where all those guys are, and then you're on the radio side of things now with the player perspective. That's what I always enjoy when I do get to listen to the show. And with me getting off early today, I was like, I'm going to call in. 1, had to comment on the Nikes. 2, had to publicly apologize to you because I forgot how impactful you really were in that Oklahoma game. And I've been enjoying watching just some playbacks on some games on YouTube and different things.
You ain't got to apologize to me, man. Hey, but
I
I
brought up Quentin, and you're like, man, I made a play in that game, and start playing the series defense. You're in the backfield, and Kyler's like, who was that? What happened?
Oh, listen, if I didn't tear my hamstring in that third quarter, I probably would have finished with 3 sacks that game because we were playing Cody Ford.
You hit him from his blind side, if I remember it right. He was turned and throwing, and then 47 was right there.
Well, yeah, because what we were running was we call it Falcons, right? It's a line pass. So I got the high edge rush, and then they have somebody coming underneath. So my job is to stress that tackle. That way I can have somebody hit that B gap. And so it just worked out. If I do get the sack, I get it. But really my job is really just to take that tackle out of there. But I just exploded off the rock and just bent the corner. And now I did mess up now. I should have raked the football out. Because you always want to, but I just saw a clean target. I really just wanted him to feel me.
Dude, clean target. He was like, it's mine.
I wasn't even worried about the football. I really wanted him to feel me because I was early in the game.
There was a play two or three plays later, maybe 2 or 3 series later. They was going to blitz you, and you dropped back in coverage. It was a 4th down. Lincoln Riley and offense decided to go for it, and they're like, watch Christian here, and they're talking about it on the replay. Kirk and Chris Fowler, they're like, watch number 47, Christian Miller. He's going to act like he's going to rush, but then as soon as the quarterback's eye sees that gap, look who's in the gap, and it's 47, the linebacker, dropping back in coverage to take away that big – I forgot what gap it was, but you closed that gap. And he had, minimal 0.3 seconds of a window to get it in between 3 Crimson Tide defenders. So I've been enjoying that game. Along with many others.
I love that. I love that. You bring me – it's funny because I'm like – it's hard for me to remember the Clemson one because I didn't play. I just was watching. But with those, are you talking about these moments? I'm remembering each play. You know what I mean? What we're running and what concept. I know exactly what you're talking about. So it's always cool. I appreciate that. Man, you're making me want to go back and watch it now. I need to go back and break my own tape.
Hey, it's a fun one. It's a fun one. To any Alabama fan listening who wants to have some fun, go back and watch on YouTube that 2018 Oklahoma game. They're up 28-0 at the half. So, and they could basically score at will, that Crimson Tide offense, and then that defense was just shutting people down.
Well, when you got Josh Jacob playing with a chip on his shoulder because he was playing his hometown.
When he hit that safety when he hit that safety because him being from Tulsa, and I watched that play in that game yesterday on lunch break. I watched that play 3 times. I rewound it and I'd rewind it and I'd rewind it. And watching that play, when he drops that shoulder and hits that safety and lays him out, it's like, that was a little personal.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely was. He wasn't slowing down. He was gonna make that dude feel him. But listen, that's the type of mentality we talk about, man. That's what. Yeah, you want to see guys make those types of decisions, right? Hey, I could go out of bounds here. No, I'm gonna drop the shoulder on this dude so he feels me, right? You got to send a message. Yeah. Got to send a message.
Run through him.
That's right.
Yep.
Josh, I
All
appreciate the call,
have a
man.
good one.
Good
Look
stuff.
forward to the rest of the show. Yeah, buddy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Drive safe, man. Good stuff, man. Roll Tide. I think he's about to say that. All right, we got to hit a timeout. When we come back, we keep on rolling on this Free For All Friday edition right here. Tide 100.9, 1230, WTBC. Let me see if I can find a picture of these shoes, man. Let me see. First, let me see if they got a picture of Kalen DeBoer's shoes on here. They might not. I wonder who made them. Somebody definitely made them because they're not. Let me see. I don't see the shoes. Let me see if they got a picture of the ones that we had. Let's see. I don't see those. Let me try to find these other ones. Alabama. Nah, those aren't the ones that we had. Those are somebody made those. Dang, I was hoping I could show you guys a picture. And they're really not as bad as I'm probably making them say. They're really just like all crimson. Oh, wait, are those them? All right, so these aren't them, but these are what they look like. So they basically like this. They're like, but then they have like an Alabama A on the back. And they might have like Alabama A on the tongue too, something like that. They're really not bad, but that's what they look like. But they're really bold, man. But I just remember when everybody I think Nike thought like everybody was going to love them because they're like, oh, these are Air Force Ones. Like, did you find them, Jake, on Instagram? Wait, let me see. You found Coach DeBoer's or the forces I'm talking about? Yeah, well, with the school having the like Nike sent us all type of stuff. But like when you're individually with Nike too, it's nice too. Like I was signed with Nike when I was in the NFL. Like when I got drafted, I signed with Nike, and it's dope. Like they give you like a credit, like an annual credit, and you can just basically spend that credit on a bunch of Nike gear. You log into like a different Nike site. It's not the regular Nike site, but you log into your Nike account and you just have a credit. And it depends on the person. Some people also get like cash on top. Wait, hold on. Jake just sent me. Are these what he's wearing? Offbeat custom. So it's yeah, somebody custom made them. Those are fire though. Hey, those are fire. Hold on, let me see. I'll show you guys. They got a baseball version too. I don't know. I want to say the ones DeBoer wears are. I mean, maybe those because those aren't the baseball ones, but it looks like they're just making them from what, Dunks? I think they're just taking Dunks and just using a like the backwards check. Or no, wait, those had the football on them. So those are just Jordan 1 lows. I think they just took and ended up making them like that. That's fire though. So you probably, if you guys do want them, you probably can get them. I guess you probably just have to get them from this Offbeat Customs. Wait, maybe we should send them a message, man. Maybe we need to see if they'll send us a Miller's Edge pair. That's pretty cool. This is why I always thank you, chat. You, Jake, and all you guys in the chat, man. You guys are so quick with it, man. And welcome back into this Free For All Friday edition of the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. We're going to go back to the phone lines here in a second, but we only got a couple minutes before this top of the hour break. So let's piggyback off of what we were saying. So the Danny Cannell tweet, He brought up 2018 Alabama. Why? I think you've seen this. He also did bring up 2023 Michigan, 2021 Georgia, teams that pretty much were, I guess, undefeated in the regular season. You see the games, the totals, right? The final scores. His point is, the conversation with the 2014 playoff is a lot of people feel like it's going to affect the quality of the regular season games. We talked with Clint Lamb, on Wednesday, and he elaborated a little bit more on that because he's in agreement for the most part with that sentiment. Same with like Josh Pate. I know he's very adamant on that. He's very vocal about his opinion. Why? What is your thoughts on that? Because I'll be honest, when I first heard the 2014 expansion, I'm not a fan of it. Again, I want to preface by saying that, but I didn't think in my mind, I was like, well, I didn't really see it being like this huge, I guess, threat to the regular season. I could understand how, just like when you went from 4 teams to 12 teams, now it's like, okay, with 4 teams, you could lose one game and still, quote unquote, be fine. With 12 teams, you can lose 2 games, okay, and you're still fine. With the 24 team playoff, you can expect to lose 3 games and, okay, probably be fine as long as you're playing a competitive schedule. I just didn't think it would affect the competition or the competitiveness of these games that much. But after listening to Clint explain a little bit further and kind of thinking a little bit more on it, I'm like, okay, I can understand where that's coming from. I guess my first question is, are you of that belief as well, that a 2014 playoff is drastically going to affect the regular season games?
Yeah, I think it's gonna completely devalue the regular season. I mean, you will get some marquee matchups like Texas and Ohio State will still play. Alabama's keeping their home and home with Ohio State. So you're still going to get some of these marquee games, but the emotion during those games and what those games mean is completely gone, right? Because Alabama can go out and lose to Ohio State in 2027 if the playoff format does expand to 24. And okay, cool. You can still lose 2 more games and still have a pretty good shot at making the college football playoff. So it devalues those games. Now, I will play a little devil's advocate here because those games don't mean quote unquote quite as much, i.e., you can lose it and still be fine. I wonder if you do start to see more of them because now you're not scared to go out and lose a game in week 1 or week 2 and your back is against the wall for the entirety of the rest of the season there, or you're just completely out of the picture immediately if you lose that game in week 1 or 2. But you'll lose a lot of the emotion, a lot of the pageantry of college football, I think, because of a college football playoff expansion. And not to mention, again, if you go to 24, it probably signals the death of conference championships as well.
That's what bothers me, which I know a lot of people have already gotten a little bit more comfortable with the idea of moving away from them. I think people understand that that's definitely a reality. And personally, I don't want to see that, but I think people are already preparing themselves for that. But yeah, that was my biggest thing that I also was throwing out there, was that I do feel like people would feel more comfortable playing those big matchups, knowing that, because we were seeing the opposite. Originally, we were seeing that, all right, people are going away from those games because why? They don't, in fact, want to risk having a loss. Like, for example, not saying Texas didn't make the playoffs because they played Ohio State. However, it contributed to it. Granted, they had a loss to Florida that they probably shouldn't have had, and then
Smoked by Georgia, lost to Florida, and then lost to Ohio State by a touchdown.
Georgia, we can excuse that one. I think the Florida one, really, they were, I guess, projected to win that football game. They were favored to win that game. They ended up losing, whatever. My point being is, we're seeing people remove those types of games due to not wanting to risk missing the playoffs. And to your point, that's kind of how I was seeing it. I don't know. Definitely kind of interesting. We got to hit the top hour break. We're going to keep talking about that. Plus, finish up responding to Danny Cannell's point, because he's trying to use some old seasons as an example, which I don't agree with, but we'll talk about that. Plus, we'll go back to the phone lines as well. We got Tommy. I see we got others in the chat. We'll go to you guys and keep rolling on this free-for-all Friday edition of the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230. WTBC.
WTBC Tuscaloosa and W265CG Tuscaloosa, a Town Square media station. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Oh, whoops, I'm muted on my mic. Sorry. Smitty, what's up? He says in 2025, Alabama had to win at Auburn to make the college football playoffs. 2024. Oh, in the 2014 playoff loss wouldn't have knocked them out. Yeah, and that's a fair point. I mean, without a doubt. Let me get this Air Force One off the screen. Go back to the Cannell tweet. And that's a very fair point. And to be clear, like I don't think we need to go to 24 teams. I just at first I wasn't a fan of it, but when I saw like the reactions that a lot of people are having, I'm like, damn, like people really aren't messing with it. I just didn't know if it would be that big of an issue. But I agree. I mean, it definitely would probably. I don't think it would, like. Here's my thing. I get what you're saying, Smitty, but do you think knowing how important the Iron Bowl is? I guess this is what I'm going with. Like, what outweighs the other? Knowing how important the Iron Bowl is. Do we really think teams would be less competitive, even if you know the playoff implications aren't as steep in a game like that? That's the question I want to bring out when we come back. That's my biggest thing. Even if it's not the Iron Bowl, even if it's Tennessee, right? I mean, do we think the third week in October just won't have as much significance, knowing the history? But I don't see those types of games having that big of an impact personally. And then just going from my experience, just playing, like, hell, we didn't want to lose any game. I mean, I can't speak for the coaching staff, but I mean, shoot, the pride that we had as athletes, I mean, we didn't want to lose a football game. You know what I mean? And this is not me advocating for a 2014 playoff. This is just me just asking, is it really like, would it really affect college football the way that we've seen some people feel like it could? That's my biggest thing. I know it will have an impact. I'm just questioning the significance of that impact, because the way like Josh Payton, others were talking about it, I mean, you would think that if they moved to a 2014 playoff, like that would be like the final nail in the coffin. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make, or I guess I'm trying to figure out, if that makes sense. I'm cool with 12, but the other issue is how they select the 12. But I feel like the way they're doing the 12 is cool now, right? Because remember, they got rid of the conference champions. Remember, those were the conference champions initially in the first year. Those were the automatic bids. Like they got the first round buys. That was an issue because you had teams like Arizona State and who was the other one? I can't remember, but that did not deserve that. And now they just take the top 4 teams. So I mean, to me, the way they did this past season, personally, I feel like it's been okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to think about. I mean, the 12 teams this past year, I feel like it was fine. I mean, let's pull it back up. Let's make sure we got a fresh reminder here. So, yeah, I mean, because the James Madison Oregon game, it really ended up being a little bit closer than people thought. Tulane, Ole Miss, we know that one was, trash. But Alabama, Oklahoma, damn good football game. Miami, Texas, that was a really good football game. And then the quarterfinals, Oregon ended up stomping Texas Tech. Alabama got stomped. The Georgia Ole Miss game was a really good game. Ohio State, Miami was solid. But yeah, I mean, I thought the 12-team playoff worked fine this past year. I had no problem with it. And welcome back into this free-for-all Friday edition of the Miller's Edge. Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. All right, let's let's keep on rolling here. I know we were talking a little bit about this Danny Cannell thing, so we'll put a bow on that real quick. So back to the tweet. So basically his point is that the regular season has never been this whole special type of deal. And he was using examples. 2018 Alabama, we went undefeated in the regular season, steamrolled pretty much every opponent. As a matter of fact, the closest game, looking at this schedule or the final record here, help me out, Wyatt. Maybe what? The Texas A&M game, week 4, 45-23. Dang, yeah. Now that I think about it, man. I see why Alabama fans get a little spoiled. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at this record. And yes, I was a part of the team. You guys are like, how don't you know that? Listen, man. When you're just going through the season, you're not paying attention to it. And that was our whole thing. We don't care about the final score. So I didn't even realize we were beating people like this. Damn. I mean, the closest game was 45-23, and that was against Texas A&M.
Oh, y'all were kicking ass and taking names on a week-to-week basis.
Golly, man. I mean, I'm just looking at because everybody talks about defense, which is, of course, is great. I mean, the most Arkansas. I remember that crap. Arkansas, ironically, put the most points on us. Again, this is in the regular season. But man, okay, I'm understanding now. I understand why people get a little spoiled. That makes total sense. Anyway, do you feel like Danny? What do you make of this? Why, when you read Danny Cannell's tweet, he's mocking the "Let's keep the regular season special," and he posts a screenshot of our record, and he says, "What a riveting run to the title game for 2018 or Alabama before getting smoked by Clemson. Not one game was special." Again, he's going to find any chance he can to take a shot at Alabama. College football has always been about just having the best regular season record, regardless of schedule, to get the invite to the playoff. That doesn't make the regular season great. If anything, it made it worse. But I think he's kind of missing the whole point that, number one, we can't help that we're a really good football team. And number two, I mean, on the road playing a ranked LSU, like that was set up to be a special game, right? I mean, you had what, number 1 versus number 3. That's a playoff game during the regular season. We can't help that we just stomped them out in their backyard.
That was 1 versus 3 with like 95% returning production for the next year, who, by the way, most everybody claims is the best team ever in 2019 LSU. I mean, Burrow, Jamar Chase was a freshman. Justin Jefferson was a sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire was still there. Like the vast majority, Thaddeus Moss, like the vast majority of what that 2019 team was on the roster for that 2018 season as well, that you blanked 29-0. By the way, Tua was on one knee for most of that game as well because he had the knee brace as well.
Took off scrambling. Everybody was like, "Wait, did he just scramble right there?" And he I think he had a long
That's
run
right.
in that
Tua
game.
on one leg was faster than the LSU defensive secondary.
Yeah, I remember that.
Jerry Jeudy made everybody look stupid, making 12 defenders miss. Just anytime I watch Jeudy run, my knees hurt.
Dude, we always used to joke about this. If you were a wide receiver that came from Florida, if you were recruited from especially South Florida, you had some type of like special knees, man. Because if you watch these dudes like cut on a dime, like when they used to like break down
Ridley,
Coop,
Jeudy,
Ridley, yeah, they all did. They would have this like high knee drive. They could stop on a dime, and I mean, like you would just be like, man, like you're gonna hurt yourself. Like I'm telling you, it was just so aggressive the way they would cut and plant, and it just like the movement was just different, man. Yeah, I agree with you. Anytime we had a guy come from South Florida that played wide receiver, they all had this. It was like weird, man. It's like something in the water down there, or they just trained together.
By the way, for real. By the way, that LSU game was the second half of a back-to-back road trip in the SEC, which is always a tough ordeal because you went to Tennessee, you had the bye week, and then you go to LSU and essentially back-to-back games there too. So two of your biggest rivals, back-to-back road trips, and you dropped 58 and 29.
No, listen, we were blessed to have some really good players. We also had some. I mean, our coaches, man. I mean, we just had everything, right? I mean, we recruited extremely well. We had a bunch of NFL talent. Coach Saban, the best head coach you could possibly have. And then, even though we were losing a lot of coordinators, like every other year, we were getting a new coordinator. I don't think you know what's crazy. I don't think people give Coach Saban enough respect for that. You look at Clemson when they had their little span, or even like what Kirby's doing at Georgia. I know he's lost some coaches, but he hasn't had as much turnover. dude, Coach Saban was having to replace his offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator like every other year at like the most. I mean, Kirby was there.
Kirby the last 3 years has had the same OC and DC. Like
Exactly.
if you think about Kirby Smart's tenure at Georgia, it's been what? He's going on year number 10, I believe, in Athens. He's had 3 defensive coordinators. With Mel Tucker originally getting there, Dan Lanning took over, but then Dan Lanning left after that 21 national championship where they got revenge, and it's been Glenn Schumann ever since.
I was about to say, and Schumann, I think, was like co-defensive coordinator, possibly.
So originally it was Mel was the defensive coordinator, Dan Lanning was co-DC. Then Dan Lanning was the D coordinator, and Schumann was co-DC. Yep. Now Schumann's been the defensive coordinator since 2022, and they've had Will Muschamp, who's now at Texas, and Travaris Robinson as co-DCs.
And that's just what it's honestly, when you really think about the coaching turnover, that's one of the most impressive things that Coach Saban was able to manage. People talk about all this NIL and stuff. I don't think they understand how difficult that is dealing with coaching turnover like that. But anyway, that's a whole other conversation. Your thoughts on this Cannell thing? You think it's a load of crap? I mean, I don't think this is some like, prove it point he's trying to make here by saying the regular season wasn't special. It was special because we were steamrolling people like that. But you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think this example applies here. I think he's reaching.
He is. I mean, ironically, I know I'm going to sound salty here, but you want to look at a non-special regular season schedule, look at Indiana. They're playing nobody in the non-conference. They're not even playing Power 4 opponents in the non-conference. Whereas, go back to the 2018 schedule. You at least went out and played a Power 4 opponent in Louisville. Now, you beat the tar out of them, but that's because of what you had on the roster. It's because of what Nick Saban and your coaches were so good at is recruiting, development, and then retaining that talent, that top-end talent as well. I mean, 2018, that wide receiver room, all right? You had Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle. That was your top 4. Your 5th guy on the field, the next year, your 5th guy on the field, John Mechie. I mean, you had 4 first-rounders and a second-rounder in your effective entire 2-deep roster, right? Because if you're running 3 receiver sets, you had the 3 upperclassmen, Jeudy, Ruggs, and Smitty out there. Your next 2 were Waddle and John Mechie in 2018, where y'all just went through and steamrolled everything.
Yeah. Yeah, when you look back on it, I don't think we even realized. Like
running back room, Najee Harris, and again, 2018, God. Najee Harris, Josh Jacobs, Damian. Damian wasn't on this 2018 team, was he?
Yeah, he was a team.
Was Damian in 2018 still?
Yeah, he was a team captain. That was his senior year. It was both of our senior year. We had Damian, we had Josh Jacobs, we had Najee Harris. I think Najee might have been like a freshman or he was young.
Najee was a sophomore in 18 because he was a freshman when 2nd and 26 happened.
Yeah, so sophomore year then. So he's second year, but yeah, B-Rob.
Offensive line, you still had Alex Leatherwood. Landon Dickerson was coming in that year.
Jonah Williams, who was a first-round draft pick. Leatherwood ended up being a first-round draft pick. We had big, Lester Cotton.
Yeah.
Jedrick Wills ended up being a first-round draft pick. Yeah.
I mean, that was the name of the game, was just acquire talent and then get good enough coaches that they can kind of corral everybody and keep everybody focused on one final goal. And they did it so well during the regular season. And then you go and handle your business against Georgia. You beat the tar out of Oklahoma. And then, like you mentioned, there was a lot of extracurricular factors that may have played into that Clemson national championship. And you got cursed by Drake.
Yeah. And I never knew that. And so that's good to learn that, man. It makes me feel a little bit better about that whooping that they gave us. Real quick for this timeout. He throws in even 2017. Now, this is when we won a national championship. This was second in 26 year. He says, let's check the 2017 season. Lost to an average Auburn team. Bama didn't even make the SEC championship game, gifted a spot in the playoffs. That was a meaningless game. Everyone is terrified is going to happen. They already have been happening. I would first of all, that game wasn't meaningless because when we lost that game, we knew, even though we were undefeated up to the Iron Bowl, up to that point, we knew that we were required to win that game to make the conference championship game. And if we didn't win that game, not only would we miss the conference championship game, but there was a good chance that we could be on the outside looking in for the playoffs. So, I mean, I'm just confused on the point that he's trying to make here. Number one, we weren't gifted a spot. I don't know how we were gifted a spot. I can't remember who they were deciding between us and the other team for that 4th spot.
I think it was Ohio State, who's a 2-loss Big Ten champion.
But how are we gifted? Granted, we didn't play in the SEC championship game, but we're a 1-loss team and we lost to a rival. I don't remember what their final record was, but it was a 26-14 loss after literally, I mean, you see the scores from all the other games.
I believe that was the last time Auburn won a bowl game was this season. So they were at least 6-6.
Okay, yeah, so they weren't great, but I mean, so do you think that? I mean,
I will say, according to the final season rankings, because that's what he's screenshotting here as well. You didn't play a ranked opponent until November with LSU and Mississippi State. Now, you handled your business, but I think 27 almost kind of gets his point a little bit better across because you did play. Texas A&M was not great that year, and for all intents and purposes, the terminology that everybody uses was a quote-unquote struggle win. You let Colorado State put 23 on you. But, I mean, outside of that, you were really taking care of business everywhere else. Your 2 ranked opponents, you won against LSU and on the road at Mississippi State, which was a hard-fought game, was a comeback victory. And then you lose on the road in the Iron Bowl, which it. I've seen it now. Everybody who even thinks about covering the SEC knows what the Iron Bowl can do when it's down on the plains.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it the last 3 times they've been down there. Bryce Young had to have a comeback drive, 4th and 31, and then Ty Simpson's touchdown to Isaiah Horton on 4th down this past season. So we know that the Iron Bowl in Jordan-Hare is significantly tougher because of that environment.
It is. I mean, I'm just from experience. You're 100% right. I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of confused on what. I guess he's saying the 2014 playoff isn't going to make a big difference because it's already kind of been like that. Which I guess that sounds like I'm arguing my initial point that I'm not saying I'm where he's at with it. I'm saying I'm at this point. I just whatever they end up doing, I'm just learning that you just kind of got to accept it. You know what I mean? Like it's not that I'm in favor of a 2014 playoff. It's just like what are we just going to keep complaining?
Florida State at the time was the 3rd ranked team in the country. And then Ronnie Harrison, unfortunately, made a tackle on DeAndre Francois that injured him, and Florida State ends the season unranked. But at the time, that was getting game of the year hype. I don't know what Coach Saban was telling y'all coming into that game, but
that was 1 versus 3.
Yeah, it was 1 versus 3. Outside of that, they were talking like this is a national championship preview. This is a playoff preview. This is 1 versus 3. This could be the game of the year. And you put belt to ass, and DeAndre Francois' knee decided to check out for the year.
Yeah, that was a very interesting whole deal. I'll be honest with you, because that game was interesting. I mean, because they're right 1 versus 3. To answer your question, I mean, we went into it like it was like a bowl game, not bowl game, but you get like a playoff game. Like we knew like they got a good team, they got some good players, a neutral site game, top ranked team. But then, man, like we ended up. I don't know if it said more about us or
it was being hyped as a national championship preview. Again, I don't know what he was telling y'all.
No, we treated it like that, but it was
outside
interesting
from the media, from Fowler, Herb Street, whoever was doing podcasts at the time. It was like this is a national championship preview potentially.
Yeah, and that's how it was presented to us. But I think they might have been a little overrated slightly, but I also think that we both had a bunch of injuries, but it feels like they were a lot different after that whole game. But I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to.
It always hurts when you lose your starting quarterback in week 1.
Yeah, that doesn't help at all. That's definitely a tough mountain to climb. But with just Danny Cannell's whole point, I don't get where he's really trying to. I just feel like to me he's just I don't know. He always whining about something. I'll just sum it up as that. We got to hit a timeout. We come back. We keep on rolling right here on this Free For All Friday. We got Tommy coming up next, and we'll keep on rolling right here. Todd 100.9, 1230 WTBC. Danny Cannell's got me where I'm over here like confused on even what I'm like. I don't even remember what the main point I'm even trying to argue against this guy at this point is, other than I don't know. He's lost me at this point. Always been about us having the best regular season record, regardless of schedule. That doesn't make the regular season great. If anything, it made it worse. Just said he's wrong. I guess. I mean, let's see. Doesn't make it great. I don't know. I got a million things going on. This doesn't even make sense anymore to me because I'm like, I mean, the whole point is to make the playoffs. So, I mean, which requires, I mean, but we also were playing, like, we played neutral site games. We played good competition. Like, can't help if some of the teams that are just in our conference aren't as good one year versus another, but not one game was special. I mean, let's see. What game on there we, I mean, again, the biggest thing that I'm thinking is we just were that good. To me, if I had to pick one off that record, because he's saying not one game was special. I mean, to me, the LSU game, again, that was a big time game. Like, I remember all the stars were out for LSU. Like, that was a big deal. We just happened just to whoop them. Yeah, I mean, that's all I can really say on that. Canell whines more than my 3-year-old, especially when it comes to us or like SEC type arguments or I guess issues. He's always got something slick to say. That was our most cupcake-ish year in my memory for sure. 2018, you think so? Let's see. I feel like the 2017 year was where did it go? Because he posted that too. Yeah, like somebody said, I mean, that's a number 1 versus number 3 game. Oh, look at Arthur right there. What's up, Arthur? Where did he wait? Hold on. He replied with the 2017 one. Where'd it go? I feel like the 2017 schedule might have been a little bit less. But here's the deal, guys. I mean, you can't always wait. Hold on. Another great example. I guess he used his own team as an example, unless he's being sarcastic. Hold on. I mean, that's a respectable schedule, though. I mean, I don't think is he being sarcastic? I mean, they had 1, 2, 3, 4 ranked wins, 2 top 10 wins, and very convincing 51-14, 41-14. I mean, if it's a snooze fest because your team is that good, I mean, I don't know. That I'm confused. I think the problem I have is he's using examples of teams that were just really good teams. I mean, if you're playing good quality opponents, the team's just that good, you can't. I don't think that really helps his argument, but I don't know. And welcome back into this Free For All Friday edition of the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. Let's go to the phone lines real quick. 205-342-9904. We got our guy Tommy who's been hanging out, waiting. Tommy, welcome in. Tommy, you still there? Going once, twice. Tommy might have dropped. We'll circle back if he ends up.
I think he was heading to the softball game. So now that they've started, he may have dropped.
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. Wait, did it already start? We already got one game going.
Alabama and as South Carolina upstate, bottom of the second. So Bama's up hitting 1 out, nothing is your score right now.
Interesting. I'm sure that will be changing very soon. Real quick, we got Ken that just tagged us in this, and I know this always comes up, especially around this time of the year. It's a free for all Friday, so might as well talk about some of these topics. Ken tagged us in this. He says, if you say you don't like these, you'd be lying. And he actually tagged Greg Byrne as well. These are alternate uniforms. So for all of our radio listeners, I'll paint this picture for you. If you're watching on the stream, you clearly see the uniforms at hand. I'll even make it full screen so you see it even better. All white uniform, so white jersey, the traditional all white jersey, and then with our white pants. So that's the typical uniform. However, the white helmet, that always comes up. Oh, Dwight, you made this? Oh, Dwight said he made this. All right, shout out to Dwight. So you got just the all whites that I love. They're probably my favorite, with the white helmet, and then he even did the all crimson. So swapping the white pants for an alternative crimson pair of pants, and then the helmet and jersey, and the rest of it is the same. It looks cool, but it kind of looks like Stanford. Shout out to Stanford. My guy Jamie's the defensive line coach there. I feel like it's really it looks, the white one looks like Stanford to me. Like I feel like I'm looking at a Stanford uniform. Wyatt, you guys back there have any thoughts on these? Would you yay or nay on these alternates?
Yes, on the all whites. Alabama used to wear
Mm.
white helmets, so I'm all for the white helmet. The all red looks kind of weird to me. I don't like the red pants, but I think an all white would be that goes hard. I would love that. Give me a white helmet back.
What do you think it would take for them to give us the okay in doing that? Do you think if Coach DeBoer, which I'll be the first one to tell you, I do not think he should be the guy to go do that, because that is just going to give more of people of a reason to get mad at him for something, because tradition is a sacred thing, especially around these parts.
What, they've worn white helmets before, so embrace
No,
that
it's history.
tradition.
You're right. You're right.
Embrace the tradition.
Listen, I'll be the first one to tell you, I wouldn't be mad at it, but here's what I would say. Don't do this crap against LSU, or let's do this against who's on the schedule.
This feels like a good East Carolina uniform.
Right.
The all whites.
Right. East Carolina. I was trying to think of somebody that might have been
UT Chattanooga.
Maybe there you go.
Yeah,
a little bit later in the year, maybe.
Your two cupcakey type opponents. Yeah, no, like that's when you should do it. Don't be pulling this junk on the road in Knoxville now.
No.
Do not do that.
No. I mean, where does Ohio State's black uniforms come from? Is there like tradition to that?
Black's just a part of their color scheme, and so sometimes they'll throw out like an all black type uniform.
Those are cool.
They've worn it in some marquee games. I know they'll kind of do a special uniform for the game against Michigan every once in a while.
Alabama
all black would look
this.
cool, but all black would look cool, but black's got to be in your color scheme, and it's not for Alabama. So I'd say steer clear of an all black.
No, the all black would not work, but
especially not in August and September in Tuscaloosa at noon.
No, that wouldn't be ideal, but we can't deny, at least for me, I think Ohio State's black uniforms are fire. I personally, I like them a lot. Not for us. I'm just saying, I think they're dope. The white helmet, though, where does the tradition come from with that? I know they did it one year or a couple years, but I'm saying, like, was that an alternate back then? Was that an actual?
They wore white helmets back during. They wore white helmets back during the Ray Perkins era after Bear Bryant. I think they even did it a little bit during the Bear Bryant era. So I mean, it's an old tradition here at Alabama, but I'd be all for it. I think white helmets would look fire, especially now with the modern helmets where you've got all the different designs and stuff. I think it would look really, really cool for the white helmets. Now, again, steer clear of the black, and I think gray is just a goober color that you can't really put on a uniform to make it look good.
Yeah, gray. I don't know. Now, if it was like some like matte gray, and they were doing like some modern type deal, which again, that's already like that's way too much going on. Wouldn't happen. But I could see them trying to make the colors flow. I put a picture up on the screen here of the white helmets with the crimson jersey, and we look like some candy canes, but it's kind of cool though. I mean, like honestly, like it is kind of dope. Like I almost like the white on red on white right here. I mean, all whites would be dope too, but this is smooth in my opinion too.
That's a clean look. I just think it would look better with the
all white
road uniforms, because then you can lean into the the icy white type theme that I know Texas does it a lot when they go white tops and white bottoms on the road. But I think you could lean into like that all white, icy, clean type of look there.
Here's my thing. What are they wearing on their feet in this picture? Are those wrestling boots? I'm like, those don't look like regular cleats, man. And maybe they're playing on turf, it looks like, or something. I don't know where they're playing Mississippi State. I don't think Alabama had turf. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm just looking at the quote unquote cleats that they're wearing. And I'm a big wrestling fan. These look like some freaking wrestling boots that I'm looking at. Back in the day, there's some interesting stuff here. But yeah, I don't know. I think the white helmets are smooth. Who was that? Dwight made the photo. Ken, I think he tagged us in it. Listen, it's not going to happen. I hate to burst you guys' bubble. I don't think this. I don't know when this ever would happen. Maybe we get to a point where like people settle down a little bit and they're like not going to critique every little thing that the head coach following Coach Saban does. Maybe you see something like this happen. There's just no way in hell. I don't see a world where if we did this right now, immediately following Coach Saban, where people already are kind of they're a little sensitive to every little thing right now, man. I don't think that would go over well. So I don't see it happening anytime soon. But who knows? Maybe down the road, maybe a couple coaches down the road, we see some changes. But best believe, if Coach DeBoer were to be the one that debuted white helmets wide, I think we all can agree they already were on him for not wearing a polo like on the sideline. Could you imagine if he was the one to pull out white helmets? But
So
just imagine.
the hoodie didn't bother me. What bothered me was the T-shirt in Nashville 2 years ago, where he's just out there. Granted, Alabama's getting smoked, or I say smoked. You're losing to Vanderbilt, and he's just out there in like a T-shirt that it looked like he went to Academy or Dick's Sporting Goods and went and bought it 20 minutes before kickoff. Like, oh my God, it's my first Bama game. Let me go buy a T-shirt. That's what it looked like.
People did not like that T-shirt. But again, when you're not winning, that it amplifies everything. I guarantee if you win that game, people will probably just be like, oh, he's wearing a T-shirt. But
hey, man, he's 0-1 in polo shirts. He's only worn a polo shirt at Florida State. So he's 0-1 in that thing.
Oh, maybe he needs to wear one when we play a cupcake opponent to kind of get the rhythm back and then kind of go for. But if it's not his thing,
the black hoodie of death, man, he's like 8-9-1 in that. He's like 8-9 or no 8-1 or 9-1 in the black hoodie of death. Just roll with that. That's very consistent, and it looks clean too.
I mean, listen, that's his thing. It's like The Office, right? We went from like an old wooden office. Coach Saban's office looked like an old hunting lodge. And then you see Coach DeBoer's now, and it's like complete opposite. It looks like, 2035 in there, like all these nice LED lights. And I'm like, wait, hold on, is this the same building I'm in right now? Like,
do we know if he kept the button?
Good question. I personally, I don't even know the answer to that. I'm sure there's some type of mechanism. I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, I feel like that you got to keep that's.
Like I've heard I've heard horror stories from other players about like they'll walk in, Saban hits that button and the door shuts and it's like, oh crap, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was more so recruiting. Not knock on wood. I don't know why I'm knocking on wood. I didn't get in trouble, so I didn't need to. I never went to his office. The only time I went to his office in that sense was, I guess, I don't know, when I had to try to change my number. But it wasn't even my fault. You can blame it. You can blame it on Damian Harris. I mean, he came in. He had 34. I had 34. So I had to have a meeting about the number change. It's not like I just wanted to.
Now you couldn't both wear 34, one on offense, one on defense, or were you playing special teams together?
Special teams. He was a returner, and I was blocking for him. And of course, 5-star running back just got there. They're going to ask me, hey, Christian, we need you to change your number. I'm like, wait, I'm older than this guy. But you know how that goes. So anyway, yeah, I ended up with 47. But yeah, that was one occasion. Other than that, I wasn't really in his office other than spring meetings. So I don't know. Hey, shout out to James Flame, man. I got my guy in the chat, man. He's over on X, man. Go Tree. Is it Go Trees for Stanford? Is it Fighting Trees or Go Trees? Wait, which one is it? Why? Help me out here. I should know this.
I just know their mascot is the Cardinal, not the Cardinals. It's singular.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, it's singular.
Wait, but is it Fighting Trees or is it just Go Trees? I got to get that right, man. My dog's in charge of the D line over there.
I want to say Fighting Trees.
I think that would make more sense, right? I gotta get caught up on all the tradition. I gotta get I told you I'm gonna start rocking some Stanford gear here on the show too. So if you guys are wondering, the good news is the color scheme is pretty damn similar. But
Oh, Jamie just said can confirm Coach DeBoer no longer has the button, and it's Fear the Tree. Fear the Tree for Stanford.
Fear the Tree. Thank you. Oh wait, thanks. The button is gone. Well, that's unfortunate.
You know what? I'm gonna order a Stanford hoodie now. I got a bunch of random hoodies.
Listen, we're
gonna support your guy. We're getting a Stanford hoodie. It's coming in the mail here within the next month.
Roll trees. Hey, listen, I'm telling you, we're gonna be on the move. We're gonna start breaking down some Stanford stuff too, man. We'll do some breakdowns here for Stanford as well. I think they got Notre Dame. That should be a fun one to watch. All right, we got to hit a timeout. When we come back, we'll keep on rolling right here on the Miller's Edge. Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. Days that can't confirm. No longer has a button. Dang, why would you get rid of the button though? I don't know. We'll worry about that another time. Complain about the green mouthpieces, but listen, man, don't bring that whole thing up because I tried to explain the significance behind that. It came from a good place. It did come from a good place. Do a roll trees hat. I'll make one for me, but I'm not gonna make them, and then y'all have to rock them if I make them. Jamie will probably rock one, but would it be roll cardinal or roll trees? Roll trees sounds kind of cool. Fear the tree. Hell yeah, fear the tree. I do feel like the white helmets do give Stanford vibes, so that's kind of what. Let me pull up Stanford's. Stanford looks just like Alabama. I think the red is just a slightly different shade. Let me see. Yeah, see, because even when they go to all whites look similar to Alabama. That is the biggest difference, the white helmet. Roll trees is wild. Okay, I didn't think about that. All right, okay. All right. Listen, I don't indulge in that stuff, so I didn't think about that. I apologize. Okay, so maybe we should not say roll trees because that could signal something else. Yeah, all right. Maybe not roll trees. Maybe we'll do roll cardinals. Maybe that's a little bit better. Yeah, I don't want people to think we're talking about rolling up, man. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. To get technical, their red is cardinal red. Ours is crimson. Really, only the difference. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Slightly different shade. Here's Wait, let me. I don't know if this is updated, but I think they have black outline on their numbers right there, though. What is similar to Alabama, so that's cool, though. Regardless, close enough. Close enough. All right, we got some calls we got to catch up on. Dang, man, they done got rid of the button. Y'all are wild, man. Y'all are wild in the chat, man. Yeah, I was looking at their schedule, though, not long ago. I want to say they got Notre Dame, which is going to be a good game for sure. But they're in the ACC, so they should have some good games, though. We definitely can break some of those down. But I don't think that Cardinal red is that different, though, from Crimson red. No, it don't feel like it's that different. It's similar. And welcome back into this free-for-all Friday edition of the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. I guess the chat just kind of filled me in. So why we can't do roll trees, because I think if you say it enough times, you kind of understand. That sounds like something else. Roll trees. So yeah, we don't want to be especially with all.
Yeah, I wasn't even. I was thinking, that's what Auburn does. So they roll the trees at Toomers.
Well, there you go. So yeah, so okay. So now
I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, well, there you go. So you roll the trees there, or if you're doing Aiden Holloway stuff, we'll stay away from that. All right. Anyway, let's go to the phone lines. 205. Wait, no, you want to say that's too soon? That's
Holloway's got a lot of experience rolling trees coming from Auburn.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we need to go to the phone lines. It's free for all Friday though. 205-342-9904. Let's we got Tommy back first. So we got Tommy up. Tommy, welcome in.
Hey, Preston, how are you?
Man, I'm good, Tommy. It's been a while, man. How's everything with you, man?
I'm good. This is Free for All Friday. I'm going to fuss at you. Hey, I'm at the softball regional. We win 6-0 at the top of the third. I haven't heard nothing about softball. Nobody cares about the NFL season right now. It's reasonable, man.
Hey, well, the game is actively going on. I mean, listen. I mean, hold on. Matter of fact, this is what you want me to do because I got this monitor here. I can split the screen. I'm gonna pull it up on my Hulu account, and I'll just give you a play-by-play. I'll just act like I'm my co-host on the post game show.
They're currently up 6-0.
Yeah. So how about this, Tommy? You just be our softball correspondent, or I'll give you a play-by-play as I watched on the other side of my screen here. Even though I don't know how to do play-by-play for softball, so there you go. We could try.
Well, Marley Child hit a solo home run in the second inning, and the rest been base hit, walk, throwing back, and base hit. That's how we got a 6-0 lead.
Well, good because I was going to say initially why it told me it was 0-0. It was 0-0. So I was like, all right, hold on now.
Yeah.
Can't let these upstate girls come in here and steal one at Rose Stadium. Can't have that, man.
No, man. We got them up 6-0.
Yeah, I got it. So look, I'm glad you got on me. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
We got one out in the top of the third, and then got one run on second.
I got it pulled up now, Tommy. So listen, I'm gonna look for you now. Now, where are you sitting? Because I got it pulled up. I'm watching it actively. Right, I see it. She just hit a pop
I'm in section C, row 7, 6-1. Where I hit that now.
All right, I'm gonna look for you on the TV copy, man. Maybe I don't think if you're not low enough, I'm not gonna be able to see it. Now, watch out, Tommy. They just popped the ball in the air. Don't get hit now. All right,
I won't. All right.
Well, I appreciate the updates, Tommy. We'll definitely be watching it and rooting for our girls, man.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
Roll
We'll see
Tide.
you, Tommy. Yes, sir. Roll Tide.
All right.
Good stuff, man. So we got Tommy boots on the ground. Just had an error there, and dang, she's safe. Almost had one out. All right. I'm not going to try the play-by-play. Let's keep rolling on the phone lines. 205-342-9994. We got Ellis up next. Ellis, welcome in.
What's up, Christian?
Are you also attending this softball game, Ellis? Are you and Tommy both hanging out over there?
No, I'm in Tennessee.
Okay. Well, let me guess. Are you hiking today? It's a little hot though, huh?
No, I'm just got through doing work, and I'm sitting in my backyard enjoying the shade that I've got.
Speaking of backyards, man, I got this new deck being done, and I'm excited. I'm fired up because I'm gonna be outside enjoying that too, man. I'll be like you soon, man. Got a whole new deck.
I've got a swing, and I got two big mammoths, and I'm talking about mammoths. I mean mammoth oak trees in my backyard.
Dang, that sounds nice.
Oh yeah, huge, just huge, and
nice.
It's so shady back here. The wind kind of blows back through here, a little bit, so it's shady. Yeah.
Sounds good, man. I mean, it sounds good, especially when it's hot the way it is now.
Yeah, I'm the only one that comes out here and hangs out, but that's all right.
Nothing wrong with that. A little nice, quiet time too.
No, Lord, no.
I like it, man. I like it. What you got for us today, Ellis?
I just calling in to touch bases. I hadn't hollered at you in a while. Hoping that our softball team comes through and does well.
I think they will, man. 6-0 top of the third right now. They got 2 outs, and they've got one. Upstate has one on first and one on third. Hopefully, we can get this third out right here, keep them scoreless, and close out this inning. But no, I think we're listen, man. This softball team has been doing some. Matter of fact, they just got their third out, and there we go. We are off the field.
I've always wanted to go see a softball game and a baseball game. I've never even been to a major league. So
Well, I mean, this would have been a weekend, right? Don't we have a home? Is baseball home this weekend, Wyatt? Dang.
Baseball's home against Ole Miss. Softball's hosting the regional. Baseball's up 1-0 on Ole Miss in the series with Game 2 tonight.
Man, this would have been a good weekend to try to hit the little double header action, but I'm sure he'll get another chance. I think Super Regionals probably, I imagine, if
Alabama wins. So Alabama's the number 1 overall seed, so they will host the Supers if they win this weekend, and then they'll go to OKC.
Would Bama baseball also be playing when we're doing Super Regionals? Or
Bama baseball will be in Hoover for the SEC baseball tournament next week.
Well, maybe you could hit Hoover and softball, Ellis.
Not good. One more thing. I know you got the music going. I just want to say, people talking about Alabama like Danny Cannell does used to get underneath my skin, and I'd cuss about it and fuss about it, but I don't let stuff like that bother me no more.
It's not worth it, man. You don't let it get you.
No.
Yeah, it's
not no more. You know.
It's just people talking.
He don't know what he's doing, you know. He's you know. But it's what it is.
Oh yeah.
The hate is because they ain't us, Christian.
There you go. That sounds about right, Ellis. Well, listen, you enjoy that backyard, stay in that shade. I know it's hot, and I know you probably deserve a little bit of time off. You work very hard. I know you do a lot of different things, Ellis. So we'll let you get back to that. I appreciate you calling and checking in, man. Always good to hear from you.
Yes, sir. Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. Roll Tide, Ellis. Good deal. We'll take this time out. We come back. We got our guy Smitty on the lines. We'll go to him, and we'll keep you guys updated on the softball action going on all right here on the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230, WTBC. Somebody asked Coach DeBoer about the button after he redecorated his office. He said it was gone and didn't elaborate. About the white helmets, he said that was not anything he was considering. Yeah, it's not going to happen. This is a picture of Stanford, by the way. We were looking at Stanford uniforms. We had our guy James Flame, Coach Mosley, who's now the defensive line coach at Stanford, formerly defensive line assistant here at Alabama. He was hanging out with us, and we were just ironically, it was at the perfect time because we were just comparing the uniforms to Stanford's uniforms. So we had pulled that up. But yeah, I guess he wasn't interested in the button, man. Everybody's different, I guess. Everybody's is different. I would have, if it was me, I would have kept it. I think it's cool. Hell, I would love to have one in my house. It's convenient. I feel like we might not get as mad about the trash talk from others because we feel it's true, unfortunately, and that's sad AF. Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't really get I never really taken all that stuff that serious, just because half the time when people are just running their mouth, that's exactly what they're doing. Just let it go in one ear out the other. But to your point, some of what people are saying, I hate to say it, but there's some truth in what some people say. Now, Danny Cannell, I mean, he wasn't just necessarily coming at Alabama. He was using, as a matter of fact, he even used Florida State for his example. He was more so talking about the expansion of the playoffs, or the potential expansion. But when I hear people, making comments right now about Alabama currently, I mean, a number of the sentiments that I do hear somewhat are in line with some of the things that I also see and feel. So I just kind of go off of what it is, right? I mean, if someone's just talking out the side of their neck and they're just spewing stuff out that's not, and we just hit another homer, that'll make it 7-0 for our softball team. But yeah, but if somebody's just saying stuff that they're talking out the side of their neck, it's irrelevant, it doesn't line up, I mean, that's one thing. But if someone makes a comment like Alabama's, not physical like they were before, you can't really, I mean, there's not really much to argue there. I mean, there's truth in that. I mean, anybody that has eyes and watches the games, I mean, you could walk away and say that, especially like the big games that, think about it. If you're not an Alabama fan, you're not going to watch every game like we do. But what games are people on the outside definitely going to watch? They're going to watch the SEC championship game. They're going to watch the Indiana game. They're going to watch the season opener, Alabama's first game of the season when they're taking on Florida State. all the games that people, in fact, decided to tune into, we didn't look great. We didn't look physical. So think about it. If you have people on the outside and say, as an Alabama fan, you were going to watch every single game, and I guess we played 15 games? It's 11-4. You're going to watch all 15 games. You're going to see the good, the bad, and everything in between. A lot of people on the outside, they might catch half of that. They might catch 6 games. And if 3 or 4 of those 6 games we played bad, that's going to drive the narrative for them. You know what I mean? So when you have that in your mind, you understand, like, yeah, people are going to be more critical. They're going off of what they saw. So that's kind of how I view it. And welcome back into this Free For All Friday edition of the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. Before we get to Smitty real quick, I guess Dwight, he heard us talking about the gray. He threw in a alternate all gray. I don't know who this looks like. I feel like maybe has Ohio State done some like all gray or something?
They have.
Yeah, I feel like this looks like somebody. Again, I don't think it looks bad, but for Alabama, it does not look good in my opinion. But if this is another team, I don't think it looks bad. I think it could look kind of cool. I mean, it reminds me of Ohio State. Wyatt, any thoughts? Oh, whoops,
Nope.
Let me put it back on.
Nope.
You're not going for it?
Nope.
So all whites, we can agree. If they were to ever do any type of change,
All whites.
I
think that's all you can do is you can only make the helmet white. Anything else, I think with Alabama, no offense to Dwight, I think anything else that you can do with Alabama just kind of looks tacky.
So all whites, no blacks, huh?
Okay. It's not in the color scheme for the university. It's not in the color. I hate you.
Hey, it's a free for all Friday. Actually, no, it's probably a terrible time to do that because you got an idiot on social media that's like creating, like he's stirring the pot with all this free speech bull crap. Yeah, so probably shouldn't make that joke.
I think an all black uniform would look good, but it is not. It's not.
I'm kidding.
The university's official colors are red, white, and gray. I think
kidding.
anything but the white helmets looks tacky.
I'm kidding. Chat knows I'm kidding. I see the laughing emojis. I'm being silly. You guys know how we are. If my dad was on it, he would have probably even made that even further. It's a joke. You guys know how we roll. All right, let's go to the phone lines. 205-342-9904. We got Smitty up next. Smitty, take us home, man. What you got for us?
Well, I hope everybody's doing well.
Yes, sir.
But here's the thing, right? First, Nick Saban has to be the one to give the go for the alternate uniform because no one will complain. They would clap like Fields, like, yes, sir, Nick. You know, let's be real. Nick Saban can say you can wear a hot pink. They'd be like, yeah, that's a good idea.
No. You don't believe that. You don't believe that.
I would say black.
Hey, man, I would be okay with like the pink like accents on like the sleeves or the gloves or something for breast cancer awareness.
So you're saying not the uniform itself, but like
the accent, like the mouthpiece, the towel, the cleats, something like that. Like the NFL used to do.
Have we ever been? Wait, I don't even know if we've ever been approved for that. I think
we haven't done that.
I was about to say
NFL used to do it a ton in the early 2010s, and I always thought it looked neat.
Yeah, I mean, and it's for a good cause. I'm with that, but yeah, I don't even remember us doing that. We might have had like a sticker or something, but that's about it. But go ahead, Smitty.
Yeah, and like we have to talk about like two quick things. You were talking about earlier about Saban having to hold it down still after lose all those assistants. People don't get it's not just losing the coordinators, it's also losing the assistants on the staff that the coordinator takes with him. There's a lot of guys you got to replace all the time. And I think that goes to evaluating recruits and stuff like that, those type of guys. So I think that would make Saban like unmatched there. And Kurt Signetti is going to have to go through that in a couple of years himself. You know, and I ain't saying that as hate. I'm just saying that's just a challenge every coach had. But when you talk about Danny Cannell, right, here's the thing. I don't want a 2014. I say 16 at the most because you got some of these games got to have stakes. And remember, these guys are playing extra games. Because we see in the NFL, if you're already locked up, I don't care if you're playing divisional opponent. The coach want to win the game, but he going to sit Patrick Mahomes. He going to try to win with Gardner Minshew. They want to win the game, but they want to prioritize health. So I think with stakes, because with 2014 taking away stakes, I don't have an issue with 12. The issue I have is how they get to the 12. Because the problem is the committee counts losses. They don't look at schedules. They count losses. And that's a problem. And people talk, what about the G6? NIL, the transfer portal, killed the G6. Because you remember those Chris Peterson Boise State teams. Great teams.
Mm-hmm.
Those rosters would have been poached in 2026. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
Those guys would have been playing everywhere else. And so I think the game has changed because you cannot use, Danny Cannell cannot use 4-team metrics in today's, because back then it was a 4-teamer.
Right.
So now you got 12, maybe 16. But
how do you get to 16 though, Smitty? But that's the part I'm trying to figure out, the logistics. Because initially they were saying 5 plus 11, I think, and then, but remember, we're going away from the 5 champions because it didn't make sense. All conferences are not created equal. So now we're going to just the top team. So that's the problem. How do you get to 16?
Well, if you made your tiebreaker that dumb, or a 7-5 team playing for your conference title, that's a you problem if you're the ACC. Maybe he shouldn't have been that idiotic. But
no, but I'm saying even like go back to like the first year they did the 12 team. Remember, you had Arizona State that got an automatic bye, but they were like a 20-something ranked football team. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that. I'm glad we went to just the top 4 teams.
I tell you what it is. You don't get a guaranteed bye. It's like your rank, because the reason that bye stuff went away because Boise State got a first-round bye. That's why it went away, you know.
Yeah, it says Boise State and Arizona State, right? Both teams that, were what, like 16 to 20 something?
Yeah, now maybe you can say a conference champion get a home game at least or something. So you get some kind of reward or something, like they do in the NFL, where you maybe 8-9 or whatever, you still get a home game. And you won your division. But I think 16 is cool, because if Alabama's 17, Christian, I won't complain about it. He got plenty of chance.
100%.
But you also got to reward conference scheduling, because the Big Ten is not, that commissioner has yet to require its member institutions to play a P4 team out of conference. But the SEC does. But everybody's still mad at somebody playing Chattanooga. And I just think that 24, it's not going to make the regular season better. It's going to dilute it. And I think it will not create job security. It will create less job security, because if you can't make a 24-teamer and you spend a lot of money, they'll get you up out of there. But you got to have a great weekend and stay safe.
Absolutely. You too, Smitty. I was just going to say, I rightfully so. If you can't make a 2014 playoff, I mean, brother, you deserve to be out of there. I mean, you should be fired. I hate to say that.
Trash.
Bad. All right, we got to get out of here. We got to make room for Wyatt, who's ironically sitting right there. Hey, don't forget lamparello-law.com, new website. Check them out right now for all your services. Again, that's not just representation, but also student services, high school, graduate, college, subject matter mastery, exam and test taking preparation, all that good stuff. lamparello-law.com. Check them out right now. Lamparello Law, education, advocacy, our official representation. That'll do it for us on this Free For All Friday. We'll be back with you guys right here, same time, same place on Monday. Tide 100.9, 1230, WTBC.